My name is Jimmy Sammy. I'm supported by Perth Home Care. I've got Huntington. I represented Kenya for hockey. The LA Olympics, 1984.
My husband has Huntington's and it has been 6 years, and now he's at a stage where he needs full care. We were involved with a different provider where it wasn't working out. It was really difficult. We did not have any consistency. I would go to work stressing. Many times the support workers would call in sick. They were not listening. They would not have the understanding as far as his medication was concerned. And it was just plain stressful, and Jimmy wasn't happy. I was speaking to a social worker with Huntington's, and she mentioned Perth Home Care and how they had been looking after a lady down south and how brilliant they were, and that's what I wanted. So I called Perth Home Care. And I spoke to someone, a meeting was arranged. They got the idea that I was pretty stressed and angry with the way things had been working, and the fact that the people that were coming in to look after my husband didn't have it in them to look after someone. And it's a difficult job. But I was so angry at the way the things were working, and I think Perth Home Care was listening, and they said they would really look into what we wanted, the consistency, and that I could go out there and go to work and not think, is the phone going to beep? Or am I going to just lose it again? Or am I going to go running out of the building? And it did. They listened, yeah. Perth Home Care then offered us different options which I'd never heard of with the other service provider. We were just told that, with the other organisation, it was like you get the funding and this is how it's done, take it or leave it. And when Perth Home Care came into the picture, they actually offered us the idea of having a partial shared management or just go out on our own after a while if it was all working in, and, set up the support work for Jimmy. And I think that was brilliant. The other thing that we discussed with Perth Home Care, and they did offer, was when recruitment was going to be done for Jimmy, it would be solely for Jimmy. And part of the recruitment was to allow us to meet the support workers before they were taken on.
I'm very happy with the support worker because they take me to places.
Since Perth Home Care's been our service provider, we've had a lot more comfort. Dad's been able to go out more. I believe there's a great improvement in our family life. There's more support for my dad, and we're less worried about him. He's been able to do the things that he wants to do and keep active and healthy.
I love being fit all the time. And I go to the gym and I keep walking.
Since Perth Home Care has been around, I think Jimmy's been more himself, like he used to be. Very, very fit, very active. He does what he wants to do. He's not, submissive. He says what he wants and he does it. He's not so restricted anymore.
With the other provider, we had another big issue where they stopped letting Jimmy walk. They'd taken his walking away from him, and he was in a wheelchair. And if you look at Jimmy today, I don't think we use the wheelchair at all unless it's absolutely 100% necessary. Otherwise, the wheelchair is parked. One of my husband's dreams was to go back to India.
We're going to India, and Amritsar, the Golden Temple. We are going to Delhi and Bombay and our village. I'm going to go with the support worker. We're going with everybody.
So my dad does talk a lot about his holiday to India. I think that's fantastic that he's being supported to go there, and he's getting support while he's there, so he doesn't have to worry so much about the rest of the family and what he has to do. He's supported, so he can enjoy what he's doing over there.
It was one of our dreams to go to India actually together, so it's going to happen. The other thing that I do like about Perth Home Care is that we have excellent communication with them. When you call, they do listen, and If something's not working out, we try and sort it out, or if anything's changing with Jimmy and his medication or behavior-wise, it's always been discussed, and they're ready to take on the change. Like, it's not so rigid, like, this is what is happening and this is how it's going to happen. Well, life is different. In a year later, I think Jimmy is walking for one. He's just done 185 steps yesterday, and this man could not climb one step a year ago. And he's going where he wants to. His communication is better, he's happier. And I will say he's well looked after. He's spoiled by all the support workers that he's got. Gets the flexibility of choosing his aftershave every day, going where he wants for lunch. He calls the shots and he can do it. And I'm really happy, whereas before he was pushed in a corner.